Welcome back, Pumpkin Patch, and welcome back to another pumpkin spice video. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing y'all how to survive outside. Now, without further ado, let's go outside. Now, as you can tell, it's been raining a little bit. I'll show you a couple puddles, but it's been raining a little bit. But what you want to do in order to survive outside is that you're going to want to find a place for shelter. See, this is an example of a bad shelter. It has the rocks, but, as you can see, there's water right here. And it's just not a good place. I would recommend a place more elevated so that when it rains, it just slides down and you're not the one getting affected. For example, this little place right here. The bright sunlight. Let me show you. So you're just going to climb a little bit. It has to be hard to reach so that no predators can hurt you. And I had a little teepee up here, but it got knocked over from the storm last night. But it's got a couple of trees. It's got a really sturdy tree. And that's really good because if you're going to have a tent, you're going to want to prop it up against a tree. And so that it's stable. Well, you're going to want to, after it rains, you're going to want to find like pieces of wood right here. And you can use those as tools. For example, I see this is a fresh pine branch that just fell. Look at this. I could use this as a weapon. So you see this? Those little pine cones? Let's say I wanted to pretend this is an enemy right here, this little branch right here. I can just whap them like that. But you can also use it as a tool. So I'm going to go to my tool station. And you can use this also as a broom for your little house. If you're going to make a house outside. But you can also use the leaves to make tea. Because I heard that certain trees like spruce can make for good tea. It gives you lots of good vitamins like vitamin C. But anyway, another thing that you're going to want to look for is food and water. Now, if you're going to survive out in the wilderness, I recommend going into a place that rains a whole bunch. Like, there's a whole bunch of rain, and then you can catch the rain and use it as water. For example, like a rainforest, that's a good place. But it's a little bit dangerous. But a forest will be fine. Look, here's a good place for water. It may not be clean, but it's still water. But if you just get a container, or if you make a little plate or bowl, you can just get some water. Next morning, you got water, and then you can drink it. Next thing you know, you're good. That was a spider, and I almost ran into a spider web. Look at this little guy. He is eating something. And that's another thing you gotta be careful. Wild animals, you don't want to disrupt them. You don't want to hurt them. Unless, of course, you're hunting. But that's another topic. I'm going vegan since I'm pumpkin, as you can tell. Well, another thing is food. I know that if you cook dandelions, you can eat them. Like, look at this dandelion. And another thing is have plants that you know are safe around you. For example, there's lavender over here, and you can make lavender tea. That's another good thing. If you just mix it with water, you can get some vitamins in. And look at this. Some lavender right here. Here's a little friend. You got to find your resources first. You can't just go into the wilderness out of nowhere, not knowing anything. But another thing you're going to run into is shelter. I know that you have to make your own shelter, but when you're on your first day, you're going to want to find a little place, like a bush. For example, when it's raining and there's no bugs here, no bees that can sting me, I hide under here, right in that little area right there, because no water can reach me while it's raining and while it's cold. Another good place is in the forest, because there are a couple of trees that can block you from the water. And you're just going to want to keep your place clean. And you're going to want to grow a couple of weeds. For example, look at this little plant right here. This may be a weed, but I can use this weed for rope. And it's really useful if you grow certain plants around. You can use them later. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this informational video of a survival guide. And I hope you guys like this video. Leave a like, subscribe for more, because I'm a 100% pure pumpkin. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next blue moon, y'all.